Hi, Jay. My name is Caitlin. I'm a right-wing conservative, and no, I'm not racist or evil. I might even be your neighbor. My husband hunts with an AR-15, and I've owned an AK-47 for I don't know how long. I listen to Best of the Left to be aware of all points of view, and thank you for your podcast. I'm generally able to find common ground on these issues presented. However, not so much over the gun issue. But by finding common ground, we can save lives. First off, I would like to say that I find the description of my husband, his parents, my parents, and myself as racists with a fetish as highly offensive, antagonistic, and ignorant. As responsible gun owners, we share your empathy for victims of gun crimes. There is not enough being done to keep guns out of the hands of criminals. In fact, through the Fast and Furious program, guns were actually intentionally given to criminals. The Second Amendment is for self-defense. We believe it is a right to carry weapons for our defense, including against criminals. The Center for Disease Control found that between 500,000 and 3 million defensive gun uses occur every year. This is many, many times more than the amount of murders committed with guns. The U.S. Justice Department found that 83% of Americans will be the victim of an attempted or completed violent crime. I don't live in fear of any of those things, but I believe in taking responsibility for my own safety. By paying the price of carrying around a few ounces of weight and getting a little training, you might have the opportunity to save the life of yourself or someone you love when the cops are out of screaming range. To me, it just makes sense, and when I'm not carrying my firearm, I have it locked in the safe so that no one else has to pay the price. School shootings are often done with AR or Armalite style rifles. These rifles are not any more deadly than other firearms. The most deadly school shooting, Virginia Tech, was actually done with pistols with 1/10 of the magazine capacity of high-capacity ARs. Both these types of guns require a trigger pull for every shot. The perpetrators chose ARs because they are intimidating, and these evil people get a thrill from having people be afraid of them. If semi-automatic rifles are banned, shooters will use semi-automatic pistols. If semi-automatic pistols are banned, shooters will just use revolvers with speed loaders. If the only guns that are allowed are single-shot rifles or shotguns, my dad will not be able to legally buy a gun to protect the kids in his high school class when the next power-crazed individual comes into his class with a black market gun or a bomb, a knife, or even a rented truck. I myself own and carry a concealed carry pistol wherever I go within the law. I have never had to use it, thank goodness, but I'm very grateful to know that, should the worst happen, I will have the training and wherewithal to protect myself and my family. When a fellow university student commented that she felt unsafe on campus after a rape, I told her that she could get a permit and training with a firearm to not just feel safe, but to actually be safe. She surprisingly commented that she felt less safe knowing that legally there could be people with guns on campus. Ironically, she wished the law prevented guns on campus just like it outlaws rape. Having a law against guns on campuses doesn't deter criminals from bringing guns onto the campus, because by definition, a criminal is someone who doesn't care about laws. Actually, those who carry legal firearms commit crime at a lower rate than police officers. Now, let's find some common ground and work together to save lives. Those who buy guns for criminals should be arrested. Criminals who buy guns should be arrested. Our background check system passes too many people that are known to be dangerous. We could even support universal background checks if given certain reassurances. Background checks, for some reason, ask what your race is when you go to buy a firearm. I don't think this is necessary. We can agree to change things like this. Why don't we work together to keep guns out of the hands of criminals? We can save lives if we work together. There's no reason why criminals should not find guns scarce and expensive, while those of us who seek to use firearms legally to protect ourselves could find firearms available. Thanks very much, Jay.